This was the biggest Beyblade X parts selection I've ever seen at a store. The Beyblade X player base is still pretty small, but growing so fast in Japan and across the world. So come Bay hunt with me in the middle of nowhere, Japan, because this is every competitive Beyblader's dream. OMGBG! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Beybladegeeks video. I'm right now in the countryside of Japan. I'm actually really cold right now because I think I caught it cold. We are in Japan, so we gotta hit up the city and also the countryside for the views. But if you guys were thinking that there's nothing Beyblade related to see here, you might be wrong, because we are 4 hours away from Tokyo. Some people may argue that there are even more hidden gems here. There's more warehouses, factory stores, things like that for me to check out. So I'm taking my sweet opportunity here since I'm way further away from Tokyo to go to this one store. I've been eyeing on this store for so long and I feel like I just need to get here at one point. It's gonna add another 2 hours to my trip back to Tokyo, but I think it'll be worth it. Yo, so we started the day off. It was still daytime, and that's how long it took for us to go on the train to get here. 3 hours later, sun's down already. You're sick, but the show must go on. After hours and hours of traveling, we are in the middle of nowhere town. Just kidding. But honestly, if you guys are a normal tourist, you would not be at this random Gunma prefecture city. Like, there are stuff here, but the vibe is way different than your central like Tokyo area. It's way less crowded. Look, I got the whole street to myself. All right, so as I'm walking into Mandaishoten, let's tell you guys a little bit of a history here and what the store is all about. So this is kind of like another hobby store or warehouse store where they do thrifting. You can buy stuff, you can sell stuff, and it's actually only very common outside of the Tokyo area. So if you guys ever travel to Japan, you want to check it out, put it in your Google Maps. There are probably ones closer to you, but I just decided to go to this one because I know it's big and it was worth it. I also saw a bunch of their stuff on their X account, which was super cool because they actually post like the stuff that they have in store and the special promotions and whatnot. And I knew the Beyblade section was huge here, so that's why I'm here. So they sell video game stuff, they sell Gundams, they sell figurines, Pokemon TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, clothing. It's just like all over the place. Most of their stuff though, like as you can see from the aesthetic of the store, is pretty modern. So the stuff they sell are in like the newer category. So like Beyblade X, for example, is gonna be there for sure. But if you're looking for something like Beyblade Burst or even like Metal Fight, they don't have that because the store just focuses on the new stuff. If you're looking for that vintage thrifting, definitely still hit up Mandarake or Surugaya because those ones will give you that specialty stuff. As you guys know, Beyblade X is growing super fast, and for those of you guys who are X fans, yo, you're gonna love the store because they actually sell individual parts. For a third-party Beyblade store, that's what they specialize in. Mandaishoten is not an official affiliated like Takara Tomy B4 store, but yo, the stuff they got is unreal. Look at this unofficial Beyblade X Gatch that they got going on. Definitely gonna try that later, gonna show you guys how it works, but yo, this wall is just amazing. Yo, Beyblade X fans, you guys are gonna appreciate this store, let me tell you. And that's just the common stuff they got out on the shelves. So let's dive right in, do some digging. So we got launchers, you got base, blade, you got ratchets and bits. But look at that. So by the way, the pricing, if you guys look at that, 660 yen, for example, that's about $6 Canadian, like what, $4 or $5 USD. And so if you guys are trying to complete your sets, for example, this Night Mail is not available as a starter release or a booster release. You can just buy it from here, don't have to get locked into those sets. Of course, these are trade-ins, so the conditions are still amazing though, but they are taken out of the box. They do have some red writing on the bags. If there's something special to note about that bay, I'll tell you a little bit more later. But of course, the pricing depends on how rare the bay is. For example, this string launcher, 550 yen, just like $5 you get a launcher, string launcher, that's so good. Man, you could just spend so much time just digging through the rows and rows of parts. Because if you broke a part, come here, get a new part, replace it. Or if there's a particular part that you guys are looking for, like for myself, a phoenix feather was just screaming my name. Japanese exclusive, it was a Coral exclusive only, so they don't make that anymore. It's not a particularly good bay, but I just want it in my collection. Just get an extra one. All right, Beyblade Pop Quiz. We got 4 Phoenix Feather right here, and they all have different pricing. Why do you think that is? All right, tell me in the comment section below if you guys got it right. But first obvious reason is of course the condition of the blade itself that determines the price. But there's also writing on the bag that tells you how heavy those blades are. If you guys didn't know, in Beyblade, different molds do have a variation in weight, and of course the heavier ones are better. If you're trying to enter a competitive tournament where you need the best of the best, then you want to buy multiples of the same bay to try to get the heavier mold. Sometimes that 1 gram really makes a big difference. So it's so nice to be able to pick and choose which blade you want, because you can also weigh it yourself and determine which one you want. Because if it's more for collector's purposes, then of course you don't really care. You can just buy the cheaper one, the lighter one. But if it's a ranked battle, then that's a different story, man. Also found these hold launchers without the ripcord. So I guess if your hold launcher breaks, but you still got the ripcord, you can get a spare one for 880 yen. That's convenient. If you guys are looking for ratchets, right, you can get a 385. This one's also pretty much exclusive to the sets, so harder to obtain as of current situation. So 550 yen for that one. But you guys know how it is right now. Ratchets, 60 height is like the best height. So 60 heights are probably going to be more sought after, and except for the 260, because that one just really sucks with the 2 points scraping your stadium. So like 160 for example, 660 yen, right? It's 360 is actually quite popular. This colorway at least is 880 yen. Other colorways are 880 yen, so 360 are kind of what the Japanese bladers are after. We got 460 for 1080 yen for the black and green version. And then we got some more here. So yeah, depending on the color, the condition, prices do range. And then if you guys don't want the peasant stuff, then come over to the case, because there's all the rare stuff over here, including black shell prize bay. So the stuff they have in the case is way more sought after, it's more expensive stuff, and includes the prize bays. Not like the prize bays are actually that competitive, but people just want them for collector's purposes. You guys know how it is with Beyblade. We just need every single one. All the original anime colors is what I want at least. And then the parts that are usually locked behind sets, those are usually a bit more expensive. That night mail right there, 2,480 yen. They actually showed the weight of the blade, so 36.8 grams. If you're okay with a slightly lighter night mail, I guess you could get this one, 36.75 grams for 1,980 yen, so like $5 cheaper. But you know, if you want to be competitive, you kind of want to get the heaviest one, right? And the holy grail from the store is the Cobalt Drake for $50 USD. It's used, but still in good condition. And then there's also a brand new one for $150 USD. Pricing wise, actually not too bad. Also had a bunch of black shell for like $20, RA for $10, Elevate for $15. Man, Elevate's such a good bit. Love that performance in the stadium. So versatile. And then the next shelf, they got a Lightning Eldrago, the Beyblade X version, and they have already revealed what's inside, so it's no longer blind boxes, so at least you know what you're getting into. And then there's also a bunch of other random booster prize bays and a recolor or BX00 limited edition colors, things like that. Also, I'm curious to see if Hasbro will make a black shell starter. So here they actually have a Beyblade Gatch, and if you spend 300 yen, you can get a random Gatch to possibly win one of the prizes. And these are the prizes right here. So we got like the C prizes, which were worth less, like Dronzer, of course, Dronzer, not very competitive, so worth less. They also got the B prizes, right? So you have a rare BX00 FTBN bit, so 4 bits in there. You can also get a Hell's Hammer. They have a black shell as an A prize, or a random booster there as a C prize. Trying to incentivize you to try out the Gatch, I guess. Since we're here, of course, we're going to try it out. I don't know how many times we're going to try it, but 300 yen each, that's like $3 each. Is it worth it? Bunch of options here at Mandaishoten, so if you guys want to check it out, come and visit. It was my first time and it was a hit. But this video is getting a little bit too long, so I'm actually gonna stop right here. But yo, the next part, I'm gonna show you guys what I didn't expect, because we did end up trying that gachapon with Beyblade X and we got a lot of stuff, let me tell you. So geeks out for now, but make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video, because a lot of surprises from the gachapon machine, and then there's also a lot of Beyblade bursts findings all of a sudden at the end of my trip. But anyways, what Beyblade X stuff would you guys buy if you were in the store?